This is the Advocacy Podcast.
Speak up, don't you shut up. He's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Brother, speak up, don't you shut up. He's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for real. I say advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more. Oh, advocate for you. Advocate I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more.
You get a voice, you're supposed to speak, cause the matter for ground again. I'm gonna say you the dream, so you're not fit to change my job. But little trust support that makes the notion.
Speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for real. I say advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more. Advocate for real. Advocate I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more.
Hey, articulate, run with me, noise. They try to choke us, but we raise our voices. So shout it out for a new Nigeria. Soro soke louder, win this together. Hey, plenty kata kata. I don't remember so far. Hey, but I know there is now. We go rise together. Sit it on the throne. It's a motherland. You can never hold us back, and we never stand down. Word.
All the things we don't want, he must change. All the yama things, he must change. All the things we don't want, he must change. He must change. He must change. Bad governance and conflict, youth profiling, he must change. Gender-based violence, he must change. He must change. He must change.
Religious wahala,
he must change.
Tribalism,
he must change.
Insecurity,
he must change. He must change. He must change.
Corrupt system,
he must change.
Bad education,
he must change.
He
must change. He must change. He must change. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Brother, speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for life.
Hi, listener, is another episode of Advocacy Podcast brought to you by Street Project Foundation. And today we'll be looking at a very sensitive topic which centered on youth unemployment. And why is it a social issue in Nigeria? My name is Olani Michael Damilola, and you can call me OMD if that one is more silver by you, and I think it is. I'm a creative writer, a poet, a spoken word artist, and I am an advocate. Today, I've gotten with me in the studio a creative and advocate who is keenly in love with youth and anything that has to do with them. She's going to introduce herself and what she does before we dive into the business of today. So, Miss Tonia, can we meet you?
Hi, I am Miss Tonia Chizoba Grady, CEO Elder Signatures. I'm a fashion designer, a dancer, and I am an advocate.
Wow, that means we have a great dancer in the house today.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to have some dancing stuff today.
If there is need for that.
Okay, anyway, I'm just kidding. So, Miss Tonia, unemployment in Nigeria has become more or less a pandemic. And as you see, it's a pandemic already.
It's everywhere.
And it's getting me frustrated. Like, I mean, you see young, vibrant youth going about without finding something tangible doing.
Lives wasting. 'Cause of
Exactly.
unemployment.
Now, for the sake of our listener, what in your own word is youth unemployment?
First of all, we have to define what unemployment is before we narrow it down to the youth. So, unemployment, to me, is a situation whereby an active person who is eagerly searching for a job but unable to find one. I said active, not the lazy ones. We have we have some youths that are not willing to do anything. But then youth unemployment is a situation whereby youths, active youths between the age of 15 to 35, as stipulated by the Bureau of Statistics, unable to find job. Like, these people are there wasting, but they are employable. They have whatever it takes to be employed, but they can't find job. That's my own definition of youth unemployment, and it has become a very big issue in the society because it has contributed to lots of crimes happening in the country. Cyber crime has become a legal business because of unemployment. Prostitution has become legal and very lucrative because of unemployment. Youth sell their body for money. Young guys going into money rituals because of unemployment. It is so pathetic. Like, it bleeds my heart to see a youth wasting on the street after spending 4, 5, 6 years in the university, and at the end of the day they have nothing to show for it.
Right now I can feel your energy, like your concern.
It's painful now. Like, your parents sent you to school because they want a better future for you, and at the end of the day the country will render you to nothing. Like, it's painful.
Wow, well, that's very detailed anyway. And my own concern is that in a situation that we find ourselves in Nigeria of now, like according to the estimation, Nigeria population is estimated to be like above 200 million. And according to statistics, we are the 7th even in the world. So, and we have Nigeria have the larger percentage of youth that's supposed to be economic booster,
but they are unemployed.
They are unemployed. Now, my own question now is that what could be the main cause of this youth unemployment? We have a larger percentage of the youth able-bodied that can do something meaningful for the society, and yet they are unemployed. So what could be the main problem to this menace we face in our society?
Okay, like, I think industrialization, like lack of industries, is part of this because there are no industries in the country. Okay, let's take our state for instance. How many industries do you have in Enugu State? We don't have any. Like, I can't remember. Maybe I've not heard of any of them, but we only have billboards here and there, hotels here and there. I can't graduate from school and start working in a hotel as a waitress or bartender. It's somehow. So, lack of industries, non-maintenance of agricultural sectors, because that place could create employment for youths if it's well equipped and all. I think age limit, yes, age limit is part of it because some companies employ people from the age of 18 to 25, limiting those from 26 downwards from getting employed. So if after this ASU strike and all, I got into the university at age 18, strike and all, I could not graduate early. Before I graduate, I'm already 25. Youth service 1 year, 26. How do you expect me to get a job?
Let me try to get your point. Like, you raised one particular point, like companies limiting the chances of people that are above 26 upward. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, let me share one experience with you. So when I finished my own schooling, now after my NYC, I think I finished it there about I was 26 years old then eagerly to like give back to the society that I came from.
Yes.
Do you understand? You want to take up something legal, like doing for your society. You want to be a reasonable youth, and you want
create
to be
impact in the society.
Exactly.
Yes.
You want
with
to be
what you've acquired in the university.
Exactly. You want to give back. Now, like going to an organization now, you have the certificate, you have the energy, you have everything.
You know, you have what it takes.
It takes to
be
handle
employed.
that job.
Yeah.
Now you now got to the interview and we're like, Mr. Mike, you're good for this, you are good for that, we can see it, but your age is 26, we don't have choice than to drop you. Now, and meanwhile, when they dropped me, like they actually dropped me anyway, you understand? They actually dropped me, which it was kind of difficult for me to handle then. They actually dropped me, adding me to the number of unemployed youth. Meanwhile, I can do something tangible for my society. I can handle that job. But as you raise it now, they are taking people, the age limit is 25 years, 26 years. It's kind of irritating. In fact, I'm vexed. But there's nobody that we can channel our grievances to, that this is what happening in our society. This is one of the major things causing youth unemployment in our society.
Aside the age thing, I think tribalism is actually part of it. Because in some firms or companies, when you get there and it's being headed by someone from so tribe and you're not from their tribe, and you have all the qualifications it takes to handle that job, they will lay you off, or they might not even employ you because you're not from their tribe.
You are right. Like, don't be kind of saying maybe I have a lot of story or I have a lot of experience. Like, let me chip
Your
in
stories
this.
are allowed, please.
I went for an interview kind of around that North Central. So I think I had 50%.
Okay.
Certificate, you apply, you do all those recruitment processes. Now, and they told us they were very open. So I had 50 as pass mark. You understand? And I had 50 at the score rather. And 40 was the pass mark. So at the end of the day, they brought out the list and we were like, we are very eager to see our name there. On got in there, our name was omitted. So I was privileged to meet one of them and I called him. And
sorry to interrupt you. The pass mark was?
The pass mark was 40. And
you
I
got
had 50. You understand? Wow. So, and I asked that man, politely, he was like, Mike, you see, you've gotten what it takes, but we are using our catchment area. I said, what do you mean by a catchment area? It was like, we have to consider people within our catchment area, our tribe. I said, that should not be a yardstick to choose people that can handle particular job.
Yes, no.
So this is one of the major things causing youth unemployment in our society.
And you see, at the end of the day, those people they employ, they are people from their tribe.
Exactly.
They will end up not being competent
God
for that
bless
particular
you.
position.
That's it. That's it. They become some. They will render that job redundant. Some at the end of the day, they have to look for hand from
external help.
Yes. You understand? So they have to seek for external help because those people they recruited from their own domain could not do that job very well. So now what will have happened to me if I couldn't secure a job then? I think that was from 2019. Let's say I remain
like
unemployed
now,
from 2019 up to date. What do you think I will be doing in the society?
You will turn to one of those people we are complaining about.
I will find something else.
Cybercrime.
And I will justify my action. My action.
Yes.
That I've legally looked for something to do. I couldn't find it.
Any. So you just had to fix yourself into
God bless
something.
You. So these are major things that are causing youth unemployment in our society.
Painful. It's really painful.
That is.
It pains me a lot. Like, I have a cousin that graduated from the university. It's been like 4 years now. This person read a very nice course. At the end of the day, what is he doing? POS. Like, and that has become the lucrative business now. Everywhere. Like, when God said go into the world and multiplied, he was talking about POS. Because literally every graduate now are now POS owners.
It actually make me to open my 32. Well, anyway, I want to say this. I have a lot of story anyway. When I finished my NYSC in 2019, and we had this a guy, very vibrant, very good guy, handsome looking. He had a lot of certificates, You have your NYA certificate,
Yeah.
you have like NCCF certificate, you have certificates from this, certificates for you from U report. All those he had like 8 or 10 certificates. No, he has to post with those certificates, and he took snap, he posted it on social media. You know what? One of those guys comment. He said, "Guy, you better go and sit down. Now POS shop you go open soon." So everybody know that even if you are competent, at the end of this society we have will not absorb you.
It's so discouraging, I swear.
So now we've been seeing we've so far now we've talked about the causes and the effects. You understand? You not believe that we have some ladies now. They are so relaxed going into prostitution.
Okay.
And if you meet any of them, you have a one-on-one conversation with them, they will tell you they have this burning anger in them, like nobody to pour that anger on. They pour it on the society.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So right now, how could you see a beautiful girl from a good background? Now I'm talking about religion now, been to church, the person have been raised in any of their religion. It could be anything. Like someone that is bright, have a bright future.
Imagine I was your course mate or your schoolmate back in the university, and 4 years after or 5 years after, you see me selling pure water along the road or baking a bonza or a frying akara by the road because I couldn't secure a job. How would you feel?
I will feel bad. Though those people that are doing those jobs, I'm not belittling them that we have to have dignity of labor. That's the show. I respect them for their.
I'm not trying to belittle them.
I understand. I want to buttress your point. You understand? So their own job is okay. I encourage them to. When I see them, I motivate them.
But to a graduate should be a second source of income, and not main source of income.
That is my point now. Now you should have something that gratifies your being to school.
Yes.
You understand? Not that you couldn't find job.
And you had to
settle for something lesser. That's what I'm trying to.
With your certificates.
You understand? So, and that is discouraging some other potential and potential
the young
youths,
generations,
prospective ones.
If I have a younger one now and after 5 years in school I couldn't secure employment, and I'm now advising that one, bro, you need to go to school, it'll be like, look at you, after 5 years, what do you have to show for it? So it will discourage them. It will discourage them from going to school.
Exactly. So, okay. Before we go on,
we will be going on a short break, and when we're back, we'll continue with the topic for the day.
Forget whoever that has tried it and failed. Your case is different if you say it is different. And you need to believe in yourself like you believe in God. And believe in the God that
Yeah. It's a long night, been a cold ride. Shaking like the wind from side to the side. But you're never backing down, you're never giving out. Steady on the run like the hitman's gone. Everybody saying I'm a fall, but I am running for the cause. And I won't stop till I'm the one holding the trophy that I won. It's all or nothing for this one. 100 men, them go fuck on all the days where you they look me like a small run through my mind. I see it when it runs through my mind. Run through my mind. I feel it when it runs through my mind. I hear the voices calling from the dead. You can be the biggest if you really clearly see. I hear the stories of all the kings and queens, but you can be the difference if you see the promises. I kinda go down now, speaking so loud now, already on track now, healing the doubt now. I felt like a wrestler, chanting my soldier, coming I told ya, we leave you in coma, facing all the traps now, winning is a must. We no go tired, them never wears us lost. We no go bow down. I'm trying to start like the giant of Africa. Give her a throne on the ground when you see her. Run through my mind. I see it when it runs through my mind. Run through my mind. I feel it when it runs through my mind. I hear the voices calling from the dead. You can be the biggest if you really clearly see. I hear the stories of all the kings and queens, But you can be the difference if you say the promises. I'm running on what I did it better than Jesus. On demons, I'm running under fire and brimstones. I'm the tree of life, eat up my potion, find solutions to all of your cowardness and the miscalculations. Now I see the fear in my mother's eye. I only got to go on when the wind so far. But I'm on a journey to fix my life. It's either way back from my mind. Run through my mind. I see it when it runs through my mind. Run through my mind. I feel it when it runs through my mind. I hear the voices calling from the dead. You can be the biggest if you truly clearly see. I hear the stories of all the kings and queens. But you can be the difference if you say the promises.
Welcome back from that musical short break.
But I want to say something again. You see, a majority of our graduates, we didn't know to talk about majorly on some other courses. But this one main thing I want to chip in, because now some tertiary institutions, they are producing largely like powerless youth. Take for example now, in our own documentation in our school, they've said that I graduated with a degree and I have an entrepreneur skill, and which is barbing. And true.
Can you barb?
I cannot barb for mosquito. You understand? I cannot barb for mosquito. So this is.
But it was documented.
Documented that I graduated with a degree and I have an entrepreneur skill. So which in reality is nothing.
A lie.
It's a lie. So that too, we need to checkmate all those. It's part of those things causing unemployment in our society.
What are the possible ways out of this problem? Because obviously it's become a very, very big problem.
Well, I believe, as I've said earlier, the solution are not far-fetched.
Yeah.
So we have the solution within our disposal. So if the government are ready to take the bull by the horn, I believe these solutions are not far-fetched. And I will state some kind of action that can be taken by individual and the government to actually address this issue of unemployment.
Because when talking about this unemployment, it's not just about the government.
The government, yeah.
It's not just about the government, because both these graduates and the undergraduates are supposed to be fixed into one unit or the other to be useful to the economy.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to say this, that quick fixes won't help us any longer. You understand? We need a lasting solution, especially our tertiary institutions. They need to make sure that every student have academic and entrepreneurial skill. I've said earlier.
That's provocational courses.
Exactly.
In schools.
So we now know that when we are graduating a student, we are graduating them with a degree. They are being literate.
Yes.
You understand? And secondly, they are being
They are
empowered.
job creators.
Yes,
not
to be a
just
job creator
seekers.
in the society.
And they can equally employ other
They will be job creators. You understand? So we need to look into that. Federal government or the state government need to look into that critically. That when we are graduating a graduate now, they have their degree, being literate, then we empower them.
Has a skill.
He
or she's coming out with.
Exactly.
It's very, very important.
And even if they come out of school and maybe a period of like 2-3 months and they couldn't lay their hands on something, they have something to fall back to.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
So they will not be not be littering the society. Do you understand? So government need to look into that aspect. And
okay,
you want to say something?
I think mobilizing the agricultural sectors too should be considered. Not considered. We are urging the government. Yes, we are urging them to mobilize the agricultural sectors, make it more beautiful. because it is when it is beautiful and those working there are well paid that it will attract young graduates
Exactly.
to work there. Because if you look at it now, we don't even have interest in agriculture because it is not attractive.
Exactly.
It is not attractive. So when they make it attractive, someone like me, I would like to venture into it now.
Exactly. If they kind of make it beautiful in such a way that they mechanize those things. We have a lot of machines that actually undo all these tedious work that we are running from. Do you understand? So it's not the technical aspects, graduate can handle them.
Exactly.
And then it will even boost our economy at the end of the day. Do you understand? And secondly, I want to say this. Our schools should partner with private and public sector. Like I will cite one example. We have something called CWES, Student Industrial Work Experience Scheme. Now this kind of program is that like students we have they will be posted to different industry to actually have the experience of an industry before they graduated.
More like IT.
And IT as well.
Okay.
You understand? If government should look into this kind of program and they make sure that this thing is being done the way it's supposed to be. So before you even you are done with your schooling, you know that you have the knowledge of the industry you are venturing into. You have the knowledge of how work is being done. You understand?
In essence, more active collaboration between universities and private sectors.
And private sector, even the public sectors. So when they have good kind of relationship, and when they post a student there, it's not that they will be sending them to go and buy pure water. They ask them to go and do some
Get them
nonsense.
engaged,
Get them
like
engaged.
well engaged.
They will be well equipped to handle anything after their graduation in school. Do you understand?
Industrialization.
Exactly.
When we have more industries in the country, we will have youths engaged. Because most times we have high demand, low supply.
Yeah.
Because there are no employers or employees, whatever, to carry out those jobs.
Exactly.
So industrialization, they should use this money they are using for billboard, hotels
Hotels.
and frivolities. They should venture it into industrialization. We need industries like innocent factories, stuff like that. We need more of that in this our country. In Enugu State, precisely, sir, we need stuff like that to get the youths engaged.
And enough of multiple hotels that we have, enough of billboards. We need something tangible to work with that we get our youth engaged.
Coming down to this place, I saw about more than 20 billboards. More than 20 billboards on one lane.
What for?
Are they selling them? Please.
That was serious. That question, I think someone needs to answer that.
The money for all these things and develop different things in the country and the state. Industries are needed. Provision of social amenities. There are some youths in the village who actually have places to venture into in the village, but because of the social amenities, lack of social amenities in the village, they cannot get themselves engaged in one or two things in the village. So when those places are being mobilized and well equipped, they can always work there.
I want to say this. We've been talking about graduate. We've not even talked about unskilled labor. Like what you said. Now we have a lot of them in the village. Like because there are no social amenities, they have to move to the urban region. Well, it shouldn't be. So we need to create a program like an avenue for them to get them engaged as well. Because and that's if you go to Donald State, that is where you will see people like almongeries and all that. They were literally doing nothing. You understand that they've become a nuisance to the society. So we need to find a way to find something for them to fix them.
That's like we need skill acquisition centers, not just skill acquisition centers, but well equipped and well functioning skill acquisition centers. Because there are some I know. Some places around Agbani Road, they call it skill acquisition center. But since the very first day I saw that building, I've never seen anybody enter that building.
That's so serious.
I've never seen anyone enter there. And there are some youth that would have used that opportunity very well to acquire skills. Those that can't pay for their apprenticeship and all. So if they have gone to such places, if they are functioning, they would have gotten the knowledge or
functioning in quotes. I understand.
Functioning now. You need to function. They'll have MDGs, blah 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 blah, but they are not functioning. They are just occupying spaces.
Exactly. Well, we believe we've spoken to the right authority anyway, and I believe they are hearing us. They are hearing us right now, and I believe sooner something will be done quickly.
Please, we are urging you people to do something. We are urging the government to do something. Like, the youths are tired.
We are really, really tired.
We are really tired.
We are
It is
really, really
frustrating.
tired. We are good, well-meaningful citizens. They in their own kind of space. They've said this society, we're gonna do something good for the society, but the society is frustrating them. So we need to come out with a good program that actually encourage legal practices. So if government could look into all these, we're gonna have a good
when
society.
Your youths are not progressing, the economy depresses.
What? Fact. That's it.
And we are saying we are not growing. The youths are not being given the opportunity to showcase themselves. They call us leaders of tomorrow.
Like
I not see the tomorrow we are leading. We've been deprived of today, self. Please,
so
they should mobilize our youths, yes, and business owners.
Exactly. That's
incentivize them or something.
That's what I want to say, because study have shown that profit is a great motivator. You understand?
Yes.
And in this wise, government should give more incentives and grant to small and medium enterprises. You understand? They have to aid their expansion in creating more jobs. If you grant them incentives, you give them grant, you actually motivate them to do more for the society. Just take for example, I'm doing something legal now, and I receive a grant from federal government or from the state government. It will give me that kind of motivation that my government is saying me.
And someone by the corner self, like another youth by the corner, will be encouraged.
We'll be encouraged to do something legal. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand? So it will aid creating of more jobs, even from the youth themselves.
Yes.
Do you understand? So we are demanding this from our local government, state government, and federal government at large.
And we encourage youths to move from their geographical areas to other places where there are job opportunities.
Yeah.
You can't keep staying at a place because it's your comfort zone. You need to leave your comfort zone.
Okay.
You need to inconvenience yourself. Yes, inconvenience yourself to be able to get that thing. Move from that place where you are, seek for other opportunities, and get yourself busy.
Exactly. If I can just back you up with what you said. Like me now, I came from Southwest. So during my search, I've been to River State, I've been to Adamawa State. Now I'm in Enugu State. So I have to leave my comfort zone to get myself engaged with something legal. So to our youth in the house, we actually, though we know that we have the situation of this youth unemployment in the country, we need to look beyond the limits and go for what we deserve.
Yes.
So that's
not just ending up in hotels because I cannot leave my parents' home, or who will now start taking care of me, and inconvenience yourself.
Exactly.
Inconvenience yourself. And we have to look into population of the country is fast growing. Like we should look into this so that the population of the country would match the job opportunities
that we
in
have.
The country.
Exactly. That means we need something like population check. Something like federal government or the state government can come up with a law that checkmate the fast growing population. Like to my own kind of advice, I would have advised government that there should be a law stating that couples should limit their start bearing, like minimum of two and maximum of 4 is enough, so that we have a balance.
I was going to say 3.
Let's say 4. 4 should be okay. Like by now, I'm willing to have something like 4. So if by then we checkmate our population and we match the job that we have. Do you understand? So anyway, wow, and this Miss
amazing.
In fact, this has been amazing, and I believe we've seen one or two things to hold on to from this episode of Advocacy Podcast.
As much as we'd love to continue this discussion, we have to go.
Exactly.
Till we come your way next time. I am still Miss Tonia Chizoba.
And I am Olaniyo Michael Damlola. OMD. Stay safe and bye for now.
speak up, don't you shut up. He's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Brother, speak up, don't you shut up. He's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for real. I say advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more. Oh, advocate for real. Advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more.
You get a voice, you're supposed to speak, cause the matter for ground, yeah. I'm gonna say, you're the dream, so you're not fit to change Nigeria. But little trust support that makes the notion. And together we can actually make a change.
Speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for real. I say advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more. Oh, advocate for real. Advocate, I stand. Advocate for life until the day I be no more.
Articulate, run, we making noise. They try to choke us, but we raise our voices. So shout it out for a new Nigeria. Soro soke louder, win this together. Hey, plenty kata kata. I don't tremendous suffer. Hey, but I know there is now. We go rise together. Sit it on the throne is a motherland. You can never hold us back, and we never stand down. Word.
All the things we don't want,
He must change.
all the yama things,
He must change.
all the things we don't want.
He must change. He must change. He must change.
Bad governance don't come.
He must change.
Youth profiling,
He must change.
gender-based violence.
He must change. He must change. He must change.
Religious wahala.
He must change.
Tribalism.
He must change.
Insecurity.
He must change. He must change. He must change.
Corrupt
He
system.
must change.
Bad education.
He must change.
Hey, hey, hey,
He
hey.
must change. He must change. He must change. Oh, not too sure.
It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Brother, speak up, don't you shut up. It's an articulate brand for a new Nigeria. Cause I'm an advocate for life.
This is the Advocacy Podcast.